Hello there, and welcome to the Mindfulness Zone. I'm Vinod Ravindranathan, and today I'm going to take you through a short visualization practice. It's a meditation where we use a mountain as a metaphor for that invisible force that we have come to know as our mind. So abstract and so complex. I do hope you will enjoy this visualization exercise. And if you do, please do join me at one of my live meditation sessions, which you will find on the website www.mindfulness.zone. Into our mind's eye, we will bring an image of a vast and great mountain. Could be a mountain that you can currently see through your window, or perhaps you've seen it sometime in your past, perhaps in a picture, television, a postcard, a book. But let's use this incredible tool we call our mind to turn this image into something very tangible, very real. We notice it's the scale of this great mountain, how unmoving it seems, how stable, its vastness, its size, the fact that it's been here for a very, very long time. We notice the qualities of this great mountain. It has so many ridges, it even has valleys, it has sharp bits and curved bits. That does not seem to be any other mountain or peak as unique as this particular one. And yet it seems comfortable in its individuality, in its uniqueness. And now in our mind's eye, let us see this image merging into our own bodies, or rather our own bodies merging into this image. Our arms and our sides, our shoulders becoming the sides of this great mountain. You may want to relax your shoulders as you feel gravity take over your muscles, and as they gently turn into this rock of awareness. Your chest, your back with its shoulder blades and spinal column also becoming the sides of this great vast mountain. Your awareness seeping downwards, noticing how just as the mountain becomes wider and wider and wider, so does your body as it rests with great stability upon the surface that you find yourself on. But for the mountain, it seems to merge into the earth, merging deep into the earth's crust, invisible to us. And for this, we surrender our bodies to gravity. We release all control of our muscles and allow gravity to cradle our muscles and our bones and the surfaces underneath our bodies, dissolving and merging into the cushions which seem to mold themselves around us. Just resting, relaxing, and allowing ourselves to metaphorically sink into these spaces, merging into the earth underneath us, feeling the stability of being so well grounded. And then we look around us with our mind's eye and we notice the changes that are almost constantly occurring. How that past that we referred to earlier, how it changes from light into darkness and darkness into light, how day turns into night and night into day. Changes that seem almost certain and changes which the mountain does not seek to resist. And so we too give permission to change. We allow change. so that we may simply observe, notice, and be aware as this rock of awareness that we are merging into. Our heads becoming the peaks of this great vast mountain, sometimes covered in fog, mist, and heavy clouds, and sometimes ourselves mistakenly believing ourselves to be these clouds. But we ground ourselves back into our bodies, back into this rock of awareness as we observe and notice these clouds simply passing by. Some of these clouds gray and stormy, and some of them white and fluffy. But we withdraw the need to be carried away by these clouds, believing that we are these clouds with their different shapes, with their different emotional charges. Some of the clouds moving into the future in many different directions, and some from the past, those long trails of clouds. But we bring ourselves back into our bodies. We feel the temperature within this room. We feel the surfaces underneath us. Hear the sound of my voice coming through the computer and everything else that you are taking in at this present moment in that space around you. And we remind ourselves we're no longer the clouds. And what does this feel like? It feels like stability. It feels like knowing. It feels like consistency. And then we begin to feel the whole ecosystem that this mountain supports. The vegetation, the life that lives within it. Much like the organs within your body. And the rivers and waterfalls of blood that flow through your veins. A beautiful harmony where we, just like the mountain, do not need to interfere in any way. We just allow, we just give permission for all of these functions to simply continue in its most natural way. And then we notice that despite the stability, despite the fact that we are joined to the crust of this earth, which appears to be unmoving, there still appear to be tremors coming from the crust of the earth. And the mountain sometimes seems to become higher and higher as plates push against each other over millions and millions of years. And then we begin to acknowledge that even in this space of stability, even in this seemingly unmoving state, changes do occur. But we observe, we notice, we allow, and we become aware with greater clarity than ever before as we observe this unfolding. I really do hope that you enjoyed that visualization practice. And if you did, please do join me on some of my other practices, which you will find at www.mindfulness.zone. That's www.mindfulness.zone, together with information as to how to also join me on one of my live practice sessions. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice.